Who would have thought that mandates to wear protective masks would be the great battleground of 2020, the hot-button issue that tore families and friends apart and made a simple trip to the grocery store like walking through the swinging doors of a Wild West saloon?
What'll it be, stranger?
I'll have, ice water.
Yet we've all seen, whether in person or on video, the throwdowns in the aisles and on the street as one side pits its right to bare faces against the other side's desire to halt the spread of COVID-19. Store management has addressed the need to protect customers in varying ways. Whole Foods is at the forefront of giving out free masks. Because it required masks very early on, Costco has seemingly received the brunt of the anti-mask protests. Winn-Dixie just opted out of the whole mess, though the chain eventually changed their minds and required masks after all. A smaller chain is adopting a unique approach. As Today reports, Judy Spires, the CEO of King's Food, a chain with stores in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, is giving shoppers her personal cell phone number so they can dispute the issue with her directly. Spires told NBC News,
"I didn't want our associates being put in any kind of situation where they had to deal with a customer that was refusing to wear a mask."
So she created a packet to be given to each shopper containing a mask and a card explaining why they're being requested to wear it. At the bottom of the card is a number where she can be reached directly. As to why Spires would take such a bold step, she explained,
"The buck stops here. I want to be responsible, and if there's a problem that needs to be taken care of that could escalate, I don't want to put that on anybody else but myself."
Spires says that for the most part, the response has been overwhelmingly positive, explaining, "I've received so many wonderful letters from customers thanking us, thanking our associates, celebrating our associates." She only described one instance in which a belligerent customer called her to debate the issue. While they ultimately agreed to disagree about the larger implications of civil liberties versus public health, the customer did agree to wear a mask the next time they shopped at King's. Seems like the policy is working. Considering the bitter backlash that some store chains have seen in reaction to their mask requirements, it might sound like sheer madness that Spires put her ears at the mercy of furious customers. But the method to that madness might be what stops people from getting mad at her. As psychologist Bernard Golden observed in Psychology Today, being controlled provokes anger, so does feeling controlled. A 2015 study published in Frontiers in Psychology found that anger over a perceived loss of agency may trigger an increase in risk-taking behavior, possibly fostering a feeling of regained control in times of uncertainty. Spires gave people a platform to air their grievances. They wouldn't be vainly screaming into the ether or at a store employee just doing their job, but into her ear. In some cases, lending a sympathetic ear to someone who wants to complain may make them feel validated. Robert Biswas-Diener, known as the Indiana Jones of positive psychology, wrote in Psychology Today. Moreover, when people attempt to enter the store without a mask, rather than being turned away, they get official permission to complain to the person at the top of the pecking order. In addition to making its CEO available to the customers seeking a place to vent, King's Food has boosted the availability of some of its most sought-after items. In a message posted on the company website, Spires notes that the chain has tried to ease the financial burden of the pandemic by reducing the prices of more than 750 popular items. The company also expanded its offerings to include more ready-to-cook meals and comfort food. To make life more comfortable for employees, King's Food has also installed sanitation stations throughout its locations, signs guiding foot traffic, and plexiglass barriers at registers. These steps have arguably paid off thus far. King's Food employs more than 2,500 people, yet had only seen 5 confirmed COVID-19 infections among its workers as of mid-August 2020. With shoppers mostly appearing to embrace Spires' customer-minded approach to safety, maybe the patrons who feel suffocated by mask restrictions will breathe a little easier following them at King's Food markets. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more mashed videos about grocery store chains are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.